Hi, this is Frode and welcome to my very first monthly goals report. I got this idea from Stefan, who is at Project Life Mastery, and he's been putting out these videos where he each month lays out the progress that he has had on his yearly goals, such that we can see how he is actually doing, what he needs to do better, or what he needs, or what he has been doing really well, and how he's feeling about his own progress. And I also want to do very much the same in this series of my monthly goals report, or goal progress report, whatever you want to call it. Because I noticed and become really passionate about monitoring the progress on my goals, since because of the potential that it has for helping you achieve your goals faster and more consistently. The real problem with goals is that there are a lot of traps to fall into. One very common trap is to not set any goals at all, meaning you don't have any sense of direction of where you actually want to go in your life, if it's your health, your work, your relationships, or whatever. Another common trap is if you actually do set goals, it might be only New Year's resolutions, where you write down your goals and then just let them gather dust in the basement or something. But you don't actually follow through and see whether you are actually working on your goals consistently to make some progress. So this probably makes a lot of people wonder who do these kinds of things, not checking the progress on their goals. They wonder why they are bored, unmotivated, and depressed. Well, what I've noticed from starting these progress reports and checking up on how I'm doing on my goals very consistently is that it becomes a lot more motivating, since I know how I am actually doing and that I'm actually taking steps toward my goals. So there are 3 key points I want to mention before we dive into the actual goal report. First, when you set goals, you need to be actually very clear on what you actually want to accomplish. This often includes numbers or specific events to go to. Second, we want to monitor those goals or track the progress you make on them very consistently, meaning every single day, and each month look back at how the month went so you can see whether you are progressing or not. And then you can make adjustments from there. And thirdly, you want to keep yourself accountable by stating your goals out loud to someone else. Because what happens when you say your goals to someone else is that you commit yourself to follow through on it, since you wouldn't want to lose face by hyping yourself up with what you're going to do and you don't actually do it. And you want to have a strong sense of integrity, because you want to be the kind of person who does what he or she says they will do. At least that's something I want to, the kind of person I want to be. So you can think of it like a rocket ship. When people in a rocket ship are going to the moon, they have a very clear goal. We're going to the moon. Secondly, they are monitoring the progress, since the rocket is actually out on a wrong course 99% of the time. So they constantly need to course correct based on the feedback they get on their direction. And thirdly, they have a strong sense of accountability, since people on Earth are rooting for them to actually reach the moon, since they are really breaking the boundaries of what people think is possible to do in their own lives through showing such an example. And the people in the rocket are counting on you to survive. You need to do your job well enough so they can get safely on the moon and back to the ground. Now, with that aside, let's talk a little bit about what these videos are actually about before we dive into the goal report. So what I will do in these videos is to talk about the 1-year goals I have and the monthly goals that connect directly to those 1-year goals. We might go 5-year goals and such in the future, but for now we'll stay to 1 year and 1 month, how I do each month toward those 1-year goals. Then I will just talk about how it went, why it went the way it did, and what my goals will be for the coming month. And then More excitedly, I'm going to challenge you to do the same. To write down in the comment section the 1 year goals you have, the 1 month goals that connect you to those 1 year goals, and then next month when I make the second video on the 1st of October, this is for the month of September going forward, then I'll follow up with you with how you have been doing on your own goals. And this is very important since when you get to know the goals of someone, you really get to the heart of who that person is, what their desires in life are, what their dreams are, or what they really want to do with their lives. You get to know me with these videos, and I get to know you if you comment in the comment section. That's also another reason why these videos will be a bit longer than the book recommendations and how-to videos. They will be around 30 minutes, give or take, since I want to go into the real depth, so you can gain depth of the goals, that is, so you can gain insights about how to set and achieve goals faster and more consistently yourself. And then I can make another video on how to actually set goals and monitor every single day and more of those details, but only if you ask me to. Just write if you want me to create a goal video or something. But that's a quick explanation of what these videos are all about. So now let us dive into the actual monthly goal report. I have 5 main areas of my life that I set goals in right now. First are energy or health. Second is love or relationships. Third is studies. Fourth is service or these projects I do on YouTube. And fifth is my self-actualization, my own growth. So for the first goal in my health, that's the 1 year goal is to complete the 2 obstacle training programs made by 3 world champions in obstacle course racing. And I really want to compete and do the very best I can in obstacle course races, because I'm really passionate about exploring the ultimate possibilities of what my body can do in terms of strength, endurance, and skill. And all of those components are needed in these obstacle course races, where you need to dive into the mud, and which is often really cold. You need to climb or crawl beneath the wire. I can't remember what it's called. These military wires. You need to lift heavy stuff, you need to run a lot, and you need to be flexible to get over the obstacles in the most efficient way. So the goal, yearly goal, is to complete the obstacle training programs, 2 of them, and right now, this month, I've been doing really well, completing about 95% of each of the workouts in this program. So I'm very happy about the results I'm getting with my obstacle training program. Though I do want to get more consistent in the times that I train. I want to know when I'm going to run and when I'm going to strength train, which is also why I created a routine where I try to do the same things at the same time each week, which needs a lot of revision and editing before I really get it to stick. Something I can stick to each week. Then, now my goal for September will be to keep training, doing all of the main workouts in this obstacle training program. So that is for, and I'll also do it more consistently at the same times each day. My second goal is within relationships or love, whatever you want to call this area with people. The 1 year goal I have there is to remember 150 names of people I meet and shake hands with. The reason I want to do that is that I've noticed that the definition of love that Barbara Fredrickson has shared in Love 2.0 is just mind-boggling. She explains that love is not this one special bond we share with one other person. It's any shared positive emotion with anyone. That's love. And it increases our happiness vastly when we get a lot of these micro moments of connection, where you feel a positive emotion with another person, even if just for 1 second, which can be eye contact or whatever. You can watch my video on Love 2.0 when it comes out on tomorrow. Actually, I'll publish that video, so you can watch it by then. But the goal is to remember 150 names. So the reason is that this expands the possibilities for creating love or positive shared emotion with others vastly. I've been experimenting with this for the last 2 weeks or 1 month, and when I actually remember people's names, I can say hi to greet them and mention their name. They seem to respond a lot better than when I just say hi like everybody else, since it gets more personal and you can really start getting some positive shared emotion with others just by greeting them on the street or whatever. So that's one of the goals. And the second goal for relationships is to add 100 friends on Facebook, often of those people I've shook hands with and remember their names, which is much for the same purpose. More positive moments during the days, which increases your happiness tremendously. So the goal for August, which was last month, was to get 75 names from people I shook hands with. I got 76, so I just got the goal and 1 bonus person, which that went really well. For the 100 Facebook friends, I set a goal of getting 50 in August, and I got 41, which is okay, since 50 was very ambitious. We had these we had these 2 starting weeks for studying. I'm studying history, and I got to know a lot of different people. So I want to have as great goals for September, since I won't be meeting as many different people. So in September, I want to meet and get the names of, let's say, 50 people. Yes, 50 seems reasonable. And for the new Facebook friends, I want to make 25 new Facebook friends, which means I need to go into some different circles and get to know more people, which also increases your capacity to talk to anyone, and your people skills will increase just to incredibly great heights when you actually go out and meet very different kinds of people. You don't make any difference about the respect you give to anyone or the positive emotions you can have with them, young or old, thick or thin, boy or girl, pretty or not pretty, cool or not cool. When you can meet anyone, then people will start to just naturally float toward you. But that's another topic. That's my goal for love. And the real reason that I want to get to know a lot more people and have shared positive emotion is to explore the possibilities of what we can actually do together and how much joy we can create in the societies we are in, the communities, whether it's a sport or our classrooms or on these YouTube videos. I'm alone, so that doesn't count, but in other situations too. So that's my goal for love. Thirdly, the area is studying. That's where I have a goal to get straight A's in 2018, this semester. The reason I want to do that is because I want to develop really the most efficient tools, methods and principles of studying, such that you can learn more of the really important things to achieve your learning goals in whether it's studying or your personal development. You can learn more in less time, and you can have more fun while learning, which is one of the reasons why I use mind maps for learning, where you can use a lot of pretty colors and only point out the keywords that are most important, etc. That can be for learning videos in the future. Then I want to get straight A's, which means I need to attend 76 lectures or activities like group studies and seminars at school, that would be all of them. But I shoot for at least 95% of attendance. In August, I had the goal of going to 12 of these lectures or activities, and I went to 11. The one that I didn't go to is because I wanted to just try not going to a lecture and see what happened. Long story short is that I wasted the entire day since I got such bad momentum of really making the wrong choice and just letting myself make worse and worse choices. Watching a lot of series, television shows and such. But yeah, so I'm going to keep showing up at all lectures from now on. I also had a goal of doing my reading, which was 1, since we only had 1 starting week this month in August. So do the readings for week 1, for the most important readings, and I did. So it was a really good month, study-wise. Starting to get really confident about getting those straight A's. Although that might be illusion. And my goals for September will be to attend all of the 20 activities for lectures in lectures and group studies and such, and do 4 readings. Another point I just want to mention is that I try to really gain a great level of consistency in my studies, to work for 45 minutes each day, weekdays or weekends, to see if that's actually enough to do all the reading that I need to do, if I need to read in the most effective way. But it might need to develop into 90 minutes, 2 hours, or even more. I'll just experiment and see how this goes out of the semester. So those are my goals for studies. Straight A student, to learn how I can learn most efficiently and share those insights with you. 4th area that I set goals for is service or work or personal projects, which is these YouTube videos I share with you. My goal for 2018 is to have a total of 5,000 subscribers. Being at 640 now, that's a little bit ambitious, since I only have 4 months left before the year is over, and it's taken me about 2 years to get to this point. But I'm willing to do a lot more consistent and better work right now, and we will see where it goes. I believe that the exponential effect will start working. It goes faster and faster to attract more people like you, and see how much I can serve and give value to you, to deserve having you watch what I create. So that's 5,000. To do that, I need to create 75 how-to videos, 52 book recommendations, and 5 monthly goal reports. Or at least that's the plan I've set for myself. That means that in August I needed 8 how-to videos, but I did only 7. I needed 4 book recommendations, but did only 2. I needed 1 progress report, and I did 1, which is this video right here. So for September, I will still shoot for 8 how-to videos, 4 book recommendations, and 1 progress report. And the reason that I didn't do more videos this month and read as many books as I would like to is that we had these 2 startup weeks in our studies, as I mentioned a few minutes ago. And that really took a lot of time for all of the heavy drinking and partying and events and meeting new people, and just the routines got all messed up. So those are my goals for service. 5,000 subscribers earned through shocking productivity of actually sharing videos that can help you solve specific problems that you want to solve, if I can help with them. And the 5th area of setting goals is self-actualization, growth. That's the 1-year goal will be to read 120 books this year. It might sound like a lot, but a few years ago I think I did around 100 or even more. So it's not really that much if you just get into the habit of reading for a few hours or 1 hour or more each day. That might get really into the rhythm. And I love reading, so yeah, I want to have a pretty ambitious goal. That means I need to read 15 books each month. And in August I read 2. Again, much because of the study startups. But I'll still set a goal of reading 15 in September. And the real reason why I want to read so many books is that I want to explore. Again, I like exploring possibilities of what we can really do and be. How we can achieve our greatest potential. And I find that getting a lot of information from different sources, from different people, with different ages, in different situations, from different fields of study and all of this helps me gain more perspective on how we can actually lead a good life, how we can gain more happiness, create more joy and energy and vitality, and how we can serve others in a more effective and loving way. Not going to go too far right here. So that's the goal progress report. And now let's do some recap, and I'll give you the challenge again to set the goals. So to recap the main points here. Setting goals is really important since it helps you know what you actually want. You have a sense, a direction of where you want to go. Shoot for the moon and you'll hit the stars, as Les Brown says. Second, you want to monitor so you know how you're actually doing on the course toward your goals. And thirdly, you want to make yourself accountable. Tell someone about your goals. Especially me. I would love to hear about what your goals actually are, so I can get to know you a bit more. So you know who's actually watching, who's actually crazy enough to be sitting and watching these videos. Especially if you've been watching this entire video right now. I would just give you some a little compliment for staying with me here. So the main points: goals, monitoring, and accountability. Those are really important for staying motivated and achieving your goals in the fastest and most consistent way that I've found. Now I'm going to give you the challenge again to write down what are the 3 to 5 most important goals you're going to achieve in 2018. Second question: what are the 3, 5 or more most important monthly goals that you are going to achieve in September? That will help you achieve your goal for 2018. And when we get to 1st of October, I'm going to share another progress report video, and I expect that you have made some progress on your goals and that you come back by then. Again, I want to thank you very much for watching this video, especially if you've seen it to the end, and I would highly appreciate it if you support my channel by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and perhaps challenging them to do this goal report themselves, and subscribing to my channel if you haven't. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I wish you an awesome day. See ya.